Welcome to another Roblox GUI tutorial. Today we're going to learn everything about image labels and image buttons. Essentially how to create button with images and how to display images inside Roblox Studio GUI. So the first thing that you need to understand is that you need to go inside your starter GUI, screen GUI, and here you're going to type either image label or image button. So an image label is essentially an image that you will show to the user, while the image button is an image that is also clickable. So we're going to begin with the image label, but most of the focus will be given to the image button. Both of these share a lot of functionalities and a lot of properties, so they're pretty much the same thing, but the button has also some interactivity by default. So let's create a new image label inside our screen GUI. Make sure also to have it like enabled. So here is the image label, and we can obviously see that there is no image inside this image. So how can we put a new image inside there? Well, there's something that is called Toolbox, and this is one of the best places to find assets for Roblox. So here we got the Toolbox, and what we can do is we can go ahead and search for 2D assets and specifically decals. This is what we would call images and essentially textures, etc., etc. So let's say that we want to create a VIP pass. We can find what we want to put as an image and click copy asset ID. Then we want to click on our image label, scroll down a little bit and find the image. So if you click this and remove it, we can see that the image is empty. So here we can copy the asset ID, and we also need to paste the asset ID. You can also go with copy link and specifically using the URL. So this is also another option. So by default, it's going to link it to the correct asset, and we can see here the VIP image. Okay, we can click shift and reposition it. So here we could have like a VIP. Really great. So let's say that we would like to do this programmatically. You can go ahead on screen GUI and create a local script. Inside this local script, we can write local image equals script dot parent dot image label. All right, so this is how we can actually access the image label by name. And then what we can do image equals a string. The string needs to have a very specific style, otherwise it's not going to work. So if we go to the image label and scroll to the image property, we can see here that there is a specific string that is RBX asset ID and some numbers, which is the real ID. So in order for you to change the image, you need to give this exact type, this exact string to the image. So let's say, for example, that we want to copy the asset ID of the girl face and replace this here. Boom, we can do it like that. So now we're going to see the girl face when we play the game instead of the VIP option. We play the game and let's see what it loads here. So yeah, for this to actually work, you will have to copy the link, paste it to find the actual ID, and then place it inside the script over here. So let's place this here, save it, click play, and now we can see the face is loaded in. So image labels and image buttons have a lot of kind of different properties. So if we scroll here, we're going to find the scale type. This tells you exactly how to size the image according to the box, or let's say the label or button size. So usually what I like is the fit option, because it fits the original image inside the placeholder that we allow on the UI. Also, we've got the image transparency goes from 0 to 1, and you can see how transparent the image is or it's not. There's also the background transparency that can remove the background of the image according to the background color. This doesn't really always work, so I would kindly, in some cases I would avoid it. It's very important also to make it work with also the correct kind of option here with the scale type. So yeah, that's how you could potentially remove the background in some cases. Also, there is this image color option that is here, so you can change the tint of the image color. Okay, but this is getting applied as an extra filter on top of the image. So it's not really that useful. And yeah, this is pretty much the basic options for image label. But now the most interesting thing is actually creating image buttons. And these are very useful in most games you see online. So let's search for SOP decal icon to make this really useful. So let's say that we create a game and we want to add this button for our game. So we can go ahead and copy the asset ID. We created an image button. We go to the image, we paste it here. So we got our beautiful, beautiful icon over here. And what we can do here is we can go ahead and put image transparency to 1. So we got a transparent background and transparent button. You should absolutely go ahead and watch my tutorial on hover buttons to understand exactly how you can make this button clickable. Okay, so we got this image button. We got this local script over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to track the button movement. So now instead of image label, we're going to say image button. So when the image button is actually clicked by doing dot mouse button 1 click, so it handles left clicks. We want to connect a function to this event. If you don't know events, go watch my introduction or tutorials. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go button.size, and we can see here that our button has a scale offset, a position offset. So that's not really very positive. Let's change the scale to 0 and 10 here, 0 here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're gonna print a message when this button is clicked. So we're gonna say button has been clicked, and this is how we can handle the clicks of this button. You could open up a new menu, you could do all sorts of things. Also, when the button is hovered over, you could actually add a different image. So for example, let's say that when we hover over a button, we might want to add this kind of background. So let's copy this asset. We put it like here, like that. And this is also the hover image content, okay? There's also this pressed image content that we could have. So when you press that button, it could actually change to a different icon. So let's say that we want this asset. When we press the button, let's add it here. And let's go ahead and play the game. Let's go ahead and see if these options work. So when we hover over, it changes. When we click it, it again changes. I'm holding the click right now, and we can see button has been clicked. So you can do all of these things with the buttons, and these are very useful for menu previews. For example, this is a +1 coin, but this is a text button. This is not an image button. This is again a text button, not an image button. And you can see the smooth, zoom here. So yeah, this is pretty much it. This is everything you need to know about image labels. Very, very useful. Go ahead, make yours, try it out. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Good luck, and thank you for watching.